Hey guys, Doug here from Survival Archery Systems. I get asked quite a few questions before customers make purchases, and I've also seen that there are some nice YouTube reviews coming through, and when I read the comments of those I see those same questions being asked as well. So I just wanted to clarify, if you guys have any doubts or have any questions about that, I wanted to do a short video and just clarify some of the main points that I'm seeing coming through to me and on the YouTube videos. So stick with me, we'll get you the information you need. One of the main questions I get asked and one of the main criticisms I see online is to do with this retaining pin and the retaining pin screw. Now the retaining pin itself is still made of a 316 stainless steel. That's the load bearing component to this. This is what takes up all the force when the bow is shot and the bow is strung up. Okay, and then there's the retaining screw, and this little screw, I've seen comments online and I guess questions saying, yeah, but what if you drop the screw? What if you lose the screw? Well, as you can see, I've just taken it out. You don't need it to shoot. It's just there to make the bow look rounded and look complete. You don't need the screw at all. Okay, so I'm going to take it off. There it is. As you can see, there's no screw inside there, and the bow is fully safe. You can take the other side off as well. Let's do that quickly. This is just hand tightened on, so you don't need a tool. You're not going to damage it because it's hand tightened. And yes, we have replaced this with a nylon screw. We've done that because it actually seats a lot tighter. It doesn't come loose after 30-40 shots, and therefore doesn't rattle like we found on some of the previous stainless steel screws. Again, this is not a load bearing component, it's just there to round the bow off and make it look nice. Okay, so there we have two screws removed. The retaining pin, as you can see, I'm going to press quite hard, watch my finger. Okay, pressing hard on that retaining screw or pin is not going to come out. There's enough force in the bow to keep that in place, and as you can see, the bow is safe to shoot. So guys, if you lose those screws, your bow is still perfectly usable. You're not going to have a problem. You're welcome to still buy spare pins and screws online. I don't mind selling them to you, and that's why they're there, for your peace of mind. But as you can see, the bow is more than capable of being shot without it. There we go. Okay, so one of the other questions I get asked quite a bit is how many arrows can fit inside of the SAS bow. If you want to fit 3 full arrows, you can do that. And I just want to show you the actual sequence of how you do this. This is what I found to be the best way so that you don't damage your fletchings. If you hold the pin, you can see the pin on the bottom. You take your first arrow and you put it in fletchings first, and you aim it down towards the side of the riser where the pin is. And then you throw that as far as you can. Okay, that's seated down towards the bottom of the riser. The next one you put in with the 2 orange fletchings facing away from you. Okay, you press that in as far as you can, so that'll be lying just on top of the first arrow. And then the third one, then you place inside with the 2 orange fletchings facing towards you. Again, you just press that in lightly. Now what you'll see is that those 3 arrows, if you guys can see inside there, are towards the bottom half of the riser. And that creates a lot of space that when you take your next 3 components, the 3 front halves of the arrows, those should actually just slide inside. Okay, there you go. And that's how you do it. You can fit 3 of those inside. Okay, if you want to fit 5 inside, you can do that as well. And all you do is, I'll show you now. Okay, now what I also suggest is if you wanted to fit more arrows into your pack than just the 3 that are inside the riser, you follow the same procedure, except you only put the 3 rear ends of the or the fletched ends inside the bow, and from there you can add a 4th one, again starting with the fletchings down towards the bottom. You will feel a little bit resistance as you take it past those 2nd and 3rd arrow. It should ease up nicely. Push that down as far as you can, and then you add your 5th arrow fletchings at the top. Everything done nice and gently. As you can see, we have a baboon fight in the background. Yeah, I'm in Africa, I'm setting up a business here, and You can probably hear those baboons in the background having a good fight there. So yeah, that's how you fit five fletched ends inside, and then the other 5 ends, they can simply go in the bag next to your bow, just like that. You might get 1 or 2 little marks from the aluminum insert on your bow, so if you don't want that to show up on your bow, maybe just put, even if it's a leaf or something, or a piece of material between that, and then your bow will stay in perfect condition. Okay guys, the last thing I want to talk about are these end caps. When you get your bow, you might feel that they look a bit odd and they've sort of been slapped on there as an afterthought, but they look like this for a very good reason. We buy these stock standard, and what you can see is when you get them, there's a bit of a gap there, and it almost looks like it doesn't fit properly, and you might be thinking, wow, it's such a fantastic, excellent quality everywhere else, but then the end caps are kind of slapped on. There's a very good reason for that. These are very tight when they're new, actually very, very tight when they're new, and we didn't want them after time to become loose and then fall off and then you don't have your end cap. So we've specifically designed them to be tight on the bow. But what that means is if there wasn't that little gap there, okay, and you try to get these off with your fingers, you'll probably end up ripping your fingers off. I also didn't want you guys to be having to use a tool to get this off, so we've specifically left it like that you can easily get your fingernails in there, a couple of them, and just pop it off. Alright, so we've done that specifically so you don't damage your fingernails. Not good in a survival situation to have messed up fingernails. Okay. On the other side of the bow, you'll see that there is a little cutout. Now this cutout is actually so that the limb retaining bolt can clear that when it swings open, but you'll see there's a little cutout on that side, and that's what makes it really easy just to pop that limb off on that side. Alright, so I hope that clears up why those look like that. Okay guys, so I hope that has been an informative video. I hope you guys have all the information you need to make a purchase online. We've designed every single part of this bow, every single feature on this bow. We've designed it for a reason, and that reason being long-term sustainable survivability with a silent, compact, foldable hunting weapon. Alright, but I'm sure there might be other questions coming up. If you have any questions, please contact me personally directly at doug@survivalarcherysystems.com. You have a direct line through to me. I'm the designer of the bow. Shoot your questions through. I have no problem with that. And yeah, we hope to see you soon. Cheers.